anything, we'll get started. I do want to show you guys, you know, who we are as a group, who I am and what I stand for. So what's going on, everybody? My name is Philip Anglade. I am the owner, or the start of FX Pro Now, and the start of something new that I'll be, you know, starting in as time progresses, and you'll see how everything will come together. But the idea of Omni Group is what I'll be calling it. Omni Financial, and FX Pro Now will be like the educational portion to this global idea that I have in mind. And I'm really excited to be able to share it with you guys as time progresses, as you know, stay locked in with me. And I'm really excited to be able to share this over time. But what today's Sunday, and what I do every single Sunday is I do a talk where it's called Sundays This Week in the Markets. And what we do is we literally break down the charts. Last week was an amazing week. As far as total pips, I had 800 total pips for me personally, and for the week. Now, when you take out the losses, which were only about, from what I saw, 15% losses, so 85% profit, that 85% wins for the week. And after take out the losses, it came up to about 515 pips that I collected from this past week. And it's been a great week. And I'll just put it to you like this: this week now is going to be very good as well. So if anything, just stay tuned. Every single Sunday, what I do is I come out on here and I share with you guys, you know, what I see is coming up for today, midweek, throughout this week, and for the months to come. So if you can be able to hear me right now, go ahead and click on the like button. And just so you guys know, every single first Saturday of the month, what I do is I have a giveaway, and that giveaway will be, I'll be picking 5 random people to have a one-on-one with me. And those people are going to have a portion of my You Are the Indicator course, and it's one of the most important portions of that course. The last group, there was actually somebody in that group where he was actually able to make over $1,000 in 1 week based upon taking this in-person one-on-one, you know, a portion of the course that he won. So, you know, it seems like it's working for people. So what I'll definitely do is do whatever it takes to be able to win that. All right. And how do you win? If anything, I could be able to actually go through it real quick so you can be able to see what you have to do to be able to actually win this. And understand, it's very, very simple. Because the thing is, I know for sure you're not, you know, on here with me just because. You're on here with me because you really want to learn, right? And thank you very much, Stanley, for actually subscribing. And if anything, that's actually the first part of being able to get access to that one-on-one. So number one, you have to be subscribed to the page, right? And number 2 is to go through this section right here where it says begin here, right? Session 1 through 3. So you're going to click on this begin here section. And when you go to this begin here section, you're going to see all the sections that are crucial when it comes to our page. And maybe at some point in time, I'll change it, how to win this. But for now, the way that it works is you'll go through the intro to Forex portion, and you'll like each video. You want to make sure that you actually watch these videos, like each video, comment on each video, any questions that you have, or something that you've learned. So no matter what, write a comment of something, a question or something that you've learned. And you want to just do that for all of the videos. Now, here's the thing. You have 1 month to be able to actually complete this quote-unquote task. And now what are you getting for it? Something that's invaluable that you're going to be able to actually have access to for the rest of your life. The information that I'm going to be giving you, which is going to literally be able to actually give you something way more than just information. At some point in time, you're going to be able to actually make earn money from it, from the information I'm going to be giving you for free for the rest of your life. And I think it's really, really, if you really want this, go ahead and go through this section. But the most important sections that have the most videos is the session 3 section and the Sundays this week in the Mark section. Now, how do you win? For every comment that you put on each video is like a ticket. Whoever has the most tickets is generally the person that's going to win. What I do is I put this into a comment checker, and it automatically cycles through and tells me, you know, a winner. Now there's probably 70 something videos through here. So from those 70 videos, if you commented on 40 of them, you'll probably have more of a chance to win than somebody that only put 10, if that makes sense. All right, so that's how you can be able to win. I'm going to be adding way more introduction, way more intro to Forex videos. So literally somebody that doesn't know nothing from nothing is going to be able to come onto my page, not know anything, and for free, literally for free, could be able to actually come onto my actual page and be able to learn Forex from nothing to something. And if they want to be able to actually be able to access some more advanced and be able to actually get that in-person feel, there is a course that I hold, and this is like a sneak peek of it. I'm going to be adding way more videos in this section as well. Sneak peek to the You Are the Indicator course. So I just wanted to let you guys know what you can be able to get access to before we actually get into the chart. So let's get inside. All right. So right here. So what we're going to start out with is we're going to start out with the DXY. So what is the DXY? The DXY is literally what they call a basket. Oh, it broke through. Oh man. So they literally call this a basket, and it's a basket between the major financial hubs of the world against the US dollar. And so essentially this is technically like the US dollar. All right. So a while ago, what we explained is if we were to go from point A, which is this is a technically call it based upon a higher time frame, a higher low. So from this higher low point to this higher high point right here. So point A, point B, point C. I told you back in the early September, price is going to go to 38.2, and it did. Once it got to 38.2, I told you guys, hey, listen, it's going to start pushing up, and it did, and it actually broke through this trend line right here. Now, this trend line, I told you guys, wasn't really that that strong because it only has 2 points. It only has point A and point B. If it had a third point, meaning if and this technically is a third point, but I knew it wasn't anything too major. But if it had a third point where price rejects off of that trend line right there and then continues and passes this area right there, then that would make it a strong trend line. But I knew it wasn't going to be that strong. So I believe that this right here is going to go to this negative 27% area, meaning what's going on, Miguel? If anything, yeah, what's going on? David from Orlando. We have Kevin, Mizzy, Gregory, right? And we got Justin, Brandon, Alexis, Michael, Luz, Josie, Brennan. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? We have, is it Evo? I don't know. I just want to pronounce it correctly. I'm sorry. And we have body parts. I don't see your name. I'm sorry. But how you guys doing? So anyways, I see price going to this negative 27% area. And if anything, probably pushing down after that and then continuing its way up probably to this monthly right here. Now, 100, right at 100 is where the DXY actually started back like a long time ago. If I'm not mistaken, the DXY started when the Bretton Woods system was canceled, I guess you would call it, a long time ago. So yeah, I see what I'm saying is I see the US dollar going up in value, right, against these other currencies. Now, let's go ahead and go to gold. I'm actually in gold right now. And I'm pretty sure I'm in profit on that one. All right, that's AU. Wrong one. Right. I hope it's this one. All right, cool. So what we see here is the fact that, and from what I told you back here, actually a little further back, what I told you guys was back here in late October, late August, I told you guys, hey, listen, price is going to push up to 38.2. And this 38.2 is based upon, let's go ahead and go to the weekly. This 38.2 is based upon point A here, point B here, point C, all the way down here at that monthly right there. And I said, hey, listen, price is going to push up. I'm actually looking at the wrong thing. This is not what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is not really showing me. Anyways, I told you guys, listen, price is going to go into this green box right here, right? And it did. Now, I actually see gold pushing a way, 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 way higher. So this is actually what I wanted to show you guys. So if we were to go from point A here, point B here, point C down here, 78.6, 70%. I see price pushing all the way up to this negative 27% area. So right about around the 1400 level, right? So this is going to be a very long, very big push up. Now, this is not just a fundamental, I mean, not just a technical type of analysis, but I would also say this could be a fundamentals type analysis as well. Just because I understand what's going on in the markets, I do know that countries are actually buying back their gold, such as China, such as India. They're getting back their gold. So being the fact that there's more countries, like large countries, getting their gold back in tons, that's going to have less gold in the marketplace, which will increase the amount of demand. They're decreasing the amount of supply, raising the amount of demand, raising the price. So that also helped me in that analysis that I believe price is going to go to this negative 27 area. Now, what I also want to let you guys know, you see how this negative 27 area also is in what I call, or what we call, confluence with this weekly right here. That gives me another indication that I believe, okay, price will probably go into this area. And at some point in time, I wouldn't be surprised that price will actually pass this high. So what I would actually let you guys know is not only trade gold, but I would actually buy pure physical gold. Don't put it in a bank, actually have it, right? Don't buy gold on paper, right? Actually own it. Don't put it in a bank. Don't have it in any storage or anything like that. If you are going to put in storage, put in a private storage, all right? Gold and silver, all right? Next, AU. And this is where, I'm really, really excited about this one right here, right? And if you're not in our Telegram group, and in our Telegram group is where I actually go ahead and I send out information, saying anything that we're currently doing, as far as like a new video that I'm going to post, or maybe even like a signal from time to time. I don't really do those too often, but whenever I do, I'm pretty sure of it. But if you're not in our Telegram group and you would like to get into our Telegram group, you can actually go into the top of our YouTube page, and you can be able to actually click on this button right here to go into our announcements group, and this one right here to go into our support group. I would suggest to get into both. One of them is where I can only write. The other one is where you can be able to write back. Okay, so you want to get into both of these. All right, so now what we see here. All right, so let's go to the daily time frame so we can be able to see the bigger picture. All right, so we always go to the higher time frames, at least in the beginning of the week, just to refresh our minds. Okay, where is the market showing us that we're going? All right, so if I was to go from point A right here, and why am I starting here? Mostly because we see price has pushed up, and when you actually take our course, you'll understand why I say 38.2 so often, and why I'm starting literally in the middle of this big push right here, right? Because you'll see that price pushed down, pushed up, and I already know this, but it already passed 38.2. Pushed down, pushed up. This portion right here already passed 38.2. So the next portion that didn't pass there is in this area right here. So point A, point B down here, point C right here. I had 50%. Now let me see if anything, if I did this, see if this even makes sense. Sometimes, yeah, no, this doesn't even make sense. All right, so I'm going to put this back. All right. Either way, this is a downtrend, right? Just as far as like this area right here, this is a downtrend, right? Point A, point B, point C at this 50% level, right? And I see price going down to this negative 27% area, and probably even pushing down to as far as to this weekly right here. Now, what also gives me a fundamentals type view towards this push down of AU, just because I understand what's going on with the Australian dollar. You know, the Australian dollar is having some issues and has been having issues for a while now. And maybe soon we'll be able to actually see more as time continues. All right. Anyways, so on the daily time frame, you'll see the fact that this is a strong downtrend, severely strong downtrend. All right. And maybe at some point in time, it will push up, maybe, right? To retrace for this strong downtrend. It may be now, it may not, but I guess we'll have to see, right? Now that I'm looking, we do see this level of support here. So this is something, you know, that's also important to know. You know, we also want to, yes, we have a view towards some area where, yes, I believe that price will continue to the downside, but as opposed to emotionally just sticking to it, we have to see what the market is telling us. Okay, so on the daily, on the weekly and the daily, what the flow of the river, what do we see? That we see that the price is pushing down, right? Now let's look at the H4 time frame. We see from point A here, point B down here, point C right here, we see price got to 38.2, very, very important. We see the continuation is downwards push. We see price has passed this level of support, right, and closed past it. Not too much. I would like to be a little bit more so that we could be able to fully confirm that, yes, this will be a continuation to the downside. But if anything, we'll see as time continues. Last week we said, hey, listen, price is going to push down, then push up, which is exactly what it did, and then from there continue on its way down, and this is exactly what it did. Right now, we're at a different area, right? And as we can see here, I don't know if you guys were like who got into that AU trade from Friday, where everybody was like, oh, I was done for the week, but you know, if you're calling it, you know, I'll take it. All right, because I was done for the week as well. I don't really trade too much on Fridays. What I do is I withdraw my money on Thursday night, Friday morning, and from there, you know, I just go about my weekend. But I was editing some videos, and you know, I just glanced at AU real quick, and I saw that it had a huge push up, and it stopped literally at 100% retrace. I'm like, bro, this is easy. Like this is like, hey, listen, come get me. You know, like I'm blocked behind a wall, right? And you know, I'm just pickpocketing AU. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if price at any point in time ever closes a candle above this area, and then closes another candle over, then this is what we call a broken structure, and it's probably going to continue on its way to the upside. Being the fact that it's literally right at the 100% area, it's almost like obvious, where it's like, hey, listen, you know, like I have nowhere else to go. I'm blocked in, quote unquote. So the only other way that I got to go is down, right? So essentially, anytime that price pushes all the way up to 100% retrace, you can literally, if anything, go all in at this point right here. You can literally go all in at this point. And when I say all in, I don't mean like your whole account. What I mean by all in is do a little higher leverage than usual, right? So I see a couple people are in, like I'm pretty sure you're in profit right now, right? So I literally got in all the way at the top, and you know, the account set in pretty nice right now. So anyways, point A, point B, point C at 100%. Now, where is going to be my point D or my take profit? Well, my take profit is going to be at this negative 27% area. So I believe that price, we got it over there. I believe that price is going to go to this negative 27 area, right? And if anything pushed down even further, right, But then ultimately my main push to the downside, now there's going to be ups and downs in between, but my main push to the downside is down here, right? At this negative 27% area. Now, what do you also see? So I'm in now, right? So what do you also see here? So negative 27% is like the safest one, right? The safest take. Well, this is the safest take profit. 100% retrace. The next safest, but this is like my first take profit always. So this is my first safest take profit. Now the next take profit would be negative 27%. I'm negative 61.8%. Now what do you see here? I see that this negative 61.8% is in confluence, quote unquote, with this negative 27%. Now, what is this negative 27%? Well, this negative 27% is based upon this move right here, this actual move right here, this one right here. So point A, point C, point D. I mean, point A, point B, point C, and from there, point D, right? So you see how this small move right here is in confluence with the bigger move. That's these clues right here are what I look for, and you know, it's just beautiful. So yes, I believe that price is going to go to this negative 61.8, but I wouldn't be surprised price will push down to this negative 27%, push up, and then from there probably push to this area right here. And I'm just guessing, but it just looks clean. Probably push to the bottom where this level of support right here turns into level resistance. Probably push up a little higher, right? And then from there, continue its way to the downside right here. So I wouldn't be surprised this is what may happen. But I'm pretty confident that price is going to continue to the downside. Now, as far as level of risk, if price ever closes above this area right here, if price ever closes above, and when I say closes, I mean closes anywhere above this level right here, then that is where things change a little bit, right? So if price ever closes above this one right here, closes a candle above this area right here, let's get a little bit more specific. See how right here, nothing really closes on top of here, right? And I'm gonna actually go a little bit further in depth than I usually do. But so you'll see above this wick right here, nothing closes above this area. What you'll see is what we call a tested push to the downside. So it just tests this area right here. Nothing closes above. No candle, full candle closes above, and then another candle closes above. Okay, so that's very, very important. And this is stuff that sometimes will trick you out. All right, so right now we're in profit from up to the down 15 pips. All right, let's go ahead and go to UJ. Right, and again, guys, to win this one-on-one with us, you got to write your comments on this section right here. It's not going to allow me to see your comments, right, on the actual portion of the comments that's necessary. So you have to write it on the actual comment for the video, not in this chat thing. It doesn't count, quote unquote. Okay, so I'm actually in a sell on UJ as well. Now I'm not saying get in on a sell on UJ. That's not what I'm saying. I am in a sell on UJ, right? Because I continue to see lower lows and lower highs forming, right? The pullback was just enough for me, right? And from what we stated from back here, we said, hey, listen, price is going to push down, push up, push down, push up, and I see it, you know, it may push down as it continues, right? Which is crazy how it's like we're just doing this just beautifully. Right, so I'm going to take off all of this so we can be able to see what's truly going on. So let's go to the higher time frame. Well, we start out with the higher time frame. Okay, what's going on in the daily? You see, you know, an uptrend. It's essentially an uptrend on the daily time frame. All right. Nothing has truly broken structure specifically on the daily time frame. But what do we see? We see price. You know, it actually created a lower high right here, and that's actually very important. So price got right here, point A, point B, point C. Where did it go to? 38.2. So this is what I would call a very strong push if it does continue to the downside. And what do we see? We see negative 27%. And where's that negative 27%? In correlation, or in what is it called again? In confluence with my monthly key level right here. Very, very important. So essentially, I see, and this is what I have from back here, but we'll do it from here now. I see price getting this negative 27% area, right? So that's based upon the daily time frame. Now, that's if price breaks through and closes past this area based upon the daily, okay? It closes past this area based upon the daily, based upon these candles right here. And where is it right now? It's literally right above it. Well, I see price continuing past it and closing past it. So let's go to the H4 time frame. And what do we see? If anything, we could be able to adjust this slightly right below the body of this candle right here, right? And what do we see? We see price push up, yes, right? But essentially, it could probably just be a retracement based upon the market starting to switch a little bit, right? Based upon the daily time frame at least, right? And what do we see? Price went from point A, point B, point C, got to 38.2. And what I saw is the fact that I saw that price on the lower time frame. This is why I started to get into sells back here. I saw that price did what they call like a double top or something like that. But either way, I saw that price never passes this high, right? Price pushes down, right? And we see that price does maintain this level, right? I see price does maintain this level of support right here, right? Pushes up and then creates a lower high. And that's what got me thinking. I'm like, it didn't pass this area. I mean, it didn't create a higher high. So essentially, my sell that I put right here was mostly out of confidence more than anything. So I actually got into a buy. And then from there, I got into what I call a confidence sell, right? To the downside. And what's so amazing, and God is always good, today we have the most viewers on right now. God is always good, right? So I'll always remember this video. So from there, we see a lower high form, right? And then from there, we saw that price pushes down. And what do we see? We see that price literally closes. Remember I said it closes. So closes past this area right here. So this last low, price closes, these two candles closes, hear my emphasis on this word, closes, these two candles close past this low right here, causing what we call a break in structure. And then essentially we see price pushes up. I don't know if I got into this buy over here, but I know I got into this buy here, and I know I got into this sell here. I see price close right here, right? And then from there, actually, this is what happened. I remember I got into a buy right here, and then I saw price start slowing up, and then that's when I started to think like, let's look at this again. And this is when I stepped back and I started to look, and I'm like, oh, it actually broke structure over here. And got out of the buy and then kept on going. I'm like, I'm still not getting into the buy. I'm gonna wait for price to retrace, right? And what do we saw? What do we see? Okay, so from point A, point B down here, point A, point B at the lower wick, price got to 88.6. Once it got to 88.6, this is another situation, quote unquote, where it's like it's in between, like a wall. Like price has to pass 100%. If price can't pass 100%, if it does, it breaks structure. But it already broke structure over here, so I felt confident. Like this is like the last, other than 100%, like the last area, because if price passes here and goes to 100%, it's not that much of a huge gap for me to like be scared about it. So 88.6 is like a sweet spot where it's like, okay, like I feel confident getting into the sell where I'm not risking too much, because the only other place that it can go to is 100%. If it passes there, I know, okay, cool, it broke structure. I wait for the retrace and get into my buy. But if it doesn't, all I have is money, right? So from there, got into my sell and went all the way to negative 27%, and I got out with good money, right? And as you can see there, that's what happened. So Now, where are we at now? So we saw that price as far as from point A, point B, all the way down here now, right? So point A, point B, we saw that price pushes up. Now, this is an ugly retrace. I'm not going to lie. It's an ugly retrace. Just two candles in there from there consolidating. I do see it continuing to the downside, but then I do see a retrace like this forming after, right? Nice bullish candles. This is not the nicest retrace, but I do know, I don't want to say no, I do see price continuing to push to the downside. So I am currently in a sell. I am currently in profit right now, not that much, but I do see this continuing to the downside. Right now, am I saying get into this one? This is probably not the best, the best sell to get into, but I'm sitting pretty nice when it comes to this AU one, so I can care less what happens to GU, to UJ, because I'm in a lower lot size when it comes to this one because I'm not that confident in this one, right? So from there, so where did it get to? It got just past 38.2, which is very, very important, but it's only one candle. It's like based on this 2-hour time frame. It's only one candle. It's not the best retrace at all, right? So I do see it continuing to the downside, but I don't know exactly how far, right? So negative 27% is my take profit, right? But I'm not really that confident in this one. But overall, I do see UJ going to the downside as time continues. I would strongly wait for a price to, if anything, it may not even push all the way down, may only get to the last low. But I would rather, I'd feel more confident for you guys to wait for this to push down further, and then from there retrace, right? And then from there continue on its way to the downside before getting into any sells. And as far as any buys, I wouldn't say buys are probably a good idea. Why? Because the thing is, on the lower time frames, this is making lower lows and lower highs. So this is a sell, essentially, right? And as you can see here, these candles right here, I don't know if it's trying to hold this level of support. Nah, like it already passed it, it already closed past it. This is a continuation to the downside, but it's halfway through, so that's why I don't feel confident for anybody else hopping in, at least right now. If you got in at the sell all the way up here, keep that bad boy because it's going to keep on dropping. Well, it may keep on dropping. Okay. All right, let's continue. What are we doing next? GJ. All right. From there, oh, this is beautiful. As you can see here, push up, push down. Like, mind you, anything that's on here, mind you, this is my first time looking at the charts like today. So anything that's on here, any green that's on here, this was placed before this was here. So what I'm explaining to you is the fact that, like, look, the set price is going to push up and then push down. And what did it do? Pushed up and pushed down, right? So now I'm going to delete these, right? So you're going to see, like, all this stuff works. Believe me, anything that I'm putting out here, guys, it works. Beautiful stuff, man. All right, so it pushed down further than I expected, which is always good. All right, so push down, push up. It's at 38.2. I do see a continuation to the drop, but just like UJ, this pullback is kind of blah. But knowing GJ is in a major sell, and like the whole world knows it, this retrace is okay. It's not that bad. So as far as get in mind, and this is why I say this as well, because if I was to go here, point A, point B down here, where did it go? 38.2, drop, continuation. If I was to go here, from point A, point B down here, 38.2, drop. All right. This one right here, point A, point B, point C was at 88.6 in the continuation, but that was like the beginning of people understanding, okay, this was actually the first like true break of structure other than this one, where people were like, okay, is this a sell? And then after that, we see boom, boom, boom. So I do see it. I do have a stronger confidence in this being a sell, especially like right now. We see from point A, point B right here, price got to 38.2, right, which is only where it needs to go. right? And as you can see here, price does not pass that level of resistance. If it does pass that level of resistance, I see price going to 61.8, and then from there continuing to the downside. But I do not believe price is going to go to 61.8. I don't see it. There's a reason to. I think the down push is that strong, right? Let's look on the H4 time frame. As far as in the H4, hasn't created a lower high. I mean a lower high, but I don't think it needs to. Being the fact, look at this. Didn't make any like true lower highs on the H4 other than this right here, but this is all news. No, I think it just kept on going. So I believe that this is going to just keep on going as well, right? And I see price going all the way to this monthly, right? Definitely. I've been calling this for a while, but overall, where I see this going long term, I gotta go all the way to the weekly time frame. I see price going to this area right here, right, which is very far. See price going to right here in this green box, and I had this there for a while, and then this one after that, right? So I see price heading for a long time, and this long push right here from where it's at right now down here is about a 2,000 pip move, and all the way from the top, it was a 2,500 pip move. So yeah, man, just imagine catching all that, right? And this is the beauty about like having the mindset of a banker, how banks move, and also like like the benefits of swing trading, stuff like that. There's just way less headache like that. So right now the pullback wasn't as good as I would want, but it's done what it's supposed to do. And as you can see here in the 30-minute time frame, this level of support, level of resistance is it's beautiful. Like it doesn't want to go any higher. We see and again engulfing variation pattern, right? Variation pattern, yeah, whatever they call it. I don't care about the names at all. I just know what it does. All right. So, anyways, we see these three candles right here engulf that one. That's all that matters, right? And a continuation to the downside move is imminent. I see this continuing to the downside. So, as far as my take profit here, I see this one going to this area right here. All right, so that's GJ. Now, as far as GU, I'm just gonna let you guys know I have not been paying attention to it. It's a brand new chart for me. I'm gonna have to get used to how this is moving, and yeah. So I thought price was gonna push up higher, and it just didn't. Prices went to 23.6 and then continued to the downside all the way to exactly where negative 61%. Go figure. I did say, hey, listen, price is going to go to this negative 27% area, and it did, but it only went to 27% at 23.6, which is a continuation. So essentially, this is going to have a big pullback. I don't know when. I can care less. I'm not really trading GU right now. I got to feel confident for me to be able to get into this pair right now, and it's just weird. So I'm not getting in it, and I'm not going to say anything about it. But it did what I said I was going to do. Right, but it's just not it's just acting, it's not, it's just too strong in a certain direction. And for me personally, I need a market to move up and down for me to feel confident in it, especially if I'm not in yet. If I'm already in and it's moving in a certain direction strongly, oh, I'm good money. But it's just like there's the ocean, right? And I'm outside of the ocean, but the waves, and I have my surfboard, the waves are so strong that I don't feel confident going in. But if I'm on the surfboard and it was calm and I got in, and then from there a big wave comes and I'm on my surfboard, now I'm able to just ride the wave instead of me not being in it, and I'm not like I can't even get in the ocean because it's too strong. If that makes sense. All right, so this right now is just too strong, which is a good thing if you're already in, but a bad thing if you're not in as of yet. Okay, so that's that. So let's go ahead and go to Bitcoin. So I'm not even gonna say anything about Bitcoin. It's just been so like dead. Check this out, bro. Like, what the hell? Nobody making money on that. But this is so obvious that it's for a reason. Like, it's too obvious now. It's like, okay, cool. Like here, this is one thing I want to let you guys know. If Bitcoin pushes down, I promise you, buy as much as you can. Let me not even say that. I shouldn't have said that. But all I'm gonna say is that you could be able to buy one, get two free. Buy one, get two free. Bitcoin is on sale. All right, Bitcoin is on sale. That's all I gotta say. All right, buy one, get two free. All right, so that has been my talk for the Sundays this week in the markets. Hopefully you've learned something. Again, at any point in time that you had a question pop up to mind, or you had something that you learned or something like that, after I'm done with the video, it's gonna cut out. Once it cuts out, if you're on a cell phone, scroll all the way to the bottom and write your question. If you're on a computer, go ahead and write your question or what you've learned. Why? You can be able to get a ticket to be able to win this one-on-one with me. Now, here's the thing. If you don't win this one, you can win the next one. You can win the next one. You can win the next one. For me, if you don't win, it doesn't do anything for me because somebody else is going to win. Right? So, like, if you're on here right now, it's because you want to learn this. Right? And if you want to be able to learn more, you can be able to have access to that. So, all I'm doing is literally giving people more access, right? Because as time progresses, I'm going to give access to people that really want it, and this is like a way that I've come up with to be able to actually be able to divvy out who wants it and who not as much. All right, so I really appreciate you guys getting on here. There's literally like double the amount of people that are usually on here. So like, believe me, I greatly appreciate you guys for sharing this video to other people. I'm really excited. And it's November 5th as far as for Bitcoin. Gregory, I just saw this. So I really appreciate you guys actually getting on here and sharing this content, because believe me, guys, like if it wasn't for you guys hopping on here on a day-to-day basis, like I wouldn't be doing this, like I wouldn't feel as confident. But the fact that you guys showed out today, believe me, I appreciate it. Especially today, because today was an interesting day. But like I always believe and I always say, and excuse me for anybody that have different faiths, but I believe everything is everything. So God is good, and I'm excited to be able to serve, excited to be able to give, like I have been, like I always will, whether I receive. I just love to be able to give and give and give, and yeah, guys. So greatly appreciate your time on here. Write your questions, write your comments. We'll be back live 10 p.m. Tuesday to be able to do the session number 2, which is Red Blue Cloud method. You can be able to get your pips. Wednesday we'll be back on for the recap of this week in the markets, and that's only going to be for limited time. I do want to put that out there. The Wednesday session is only going to be for a limited time until I actually put it for only VIP people. And you're going to see at some point in time, I'm going to put this all out there. Just know 2019 is going to be a completely different everything. I believe the value that we're putting out here is great. And I know for sure the value that I'm going to be giving out in 2019 is going to go through the roof, right? But I'm only going to have it for a limited amount of people, so that I can be able to be, to focus my energies on people that truly, truly, truly want it. All right, guys. And I just know Wednesdays is going to be major. Just imagine 2 full hours where you can be able to have you and me, right, in a group session, and be able to actually not just watch me or type your questions, but be able to actually respond to me, show me your charts, and we all talk together. We all form a collective bond and really go deep for 2 full hours every single week of the month. And I'm only going to have it for a limited few, and that's going to be starting 2019. We're also going to have an online version of the You Are the Indicator course. We're going to have that as well. Of course, we're going to have the in-person one. The last You Are the Indicator course is actually going to, as far as in person, is going to be in November, the end of November, the 29th of November. I'm not going to have one in December, so you're going to have to get into this one. If you don't get into this one, you're not going to have one until January, until I don't know when. All right, so I would definitely, hit me up so I can be able to give you the information to be able to get onto this specific course. It's coming November 29th. So I can be able to give you the information about that. All right. So again, I greatly appreciate your time, guys, and I'm excited to be able to serve you guys, and I'm excited to be able to help. So peace till Tuesday, 10 p.m. Get into our Telegram, get into our Facebook, get into our Twitter. Leave your comments, share this video, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, let's get it. So I'm gonna